Hello everybody, Sean here, and we are taking a look at Infiltrator boss fight in the Lords of the Fallen. And this is probably the first boss that will give you a significant challenge, as the bosses before this have mostly just been larger versions of your common knight enemies. This fella is very different and is very strange looking. But anyways, the boss has two phases, as you can see by his health bar. And the first phase is pretty straightforward. It's all melee attack, so if you have heavy armor, if you have a shield that blocks 100% of melee damage, you're going to be fine. You could just go in here, block the damage, get a couple swings in. You can see I'm using a bit of a slower weapon, which puts me at a slight disadvantage. If you've got a faster weapon, it probably will help you here. If you're a light armored character, or if you're a cleric, then you're going to want to be a little more careful. Obviously, you don't want to be as reckless as I'm being. His attacks do hurt quite a bit, and you're going to have to rely on your dodging a lot. His pattern is very easy to manipulate. If you stand in front of him or kind of to the side, he does this 1, 2, 3 hit pattern, and it's right as the third hit comes down is when you want to close in on him or dodge towards and under him. You can also, because he's an elevated creature, you can walk under his legs, you can roll under his legs to get away from his forward-facing attacks, take a couple swings, and then you can roll away. If you are a mage, and this is very important, if you're a character that relies heavily on magic, do not stand in the center of the arena by that blue pillar. It drains your magic when you get near it, and it drains it fairly quickly, so you have to stay on the outside. You can see, even though I'm not a magic character, I do rely on a spell during this fight, and you'll understand why shortly. So you don't want to stand near the center of the battle arena. Now, when you do get to the second stage of the fight, the boss will gain 2 new attacks. One is a poison stinger attack, so if you stand directly in front of him, he's either going to do his 3-hit combo or the poison stinger attack. If that poison stinger hits you, you're pretty well toast. It is a ton of initial damage, and it's a very potent poison that lasts for about 15 to 20 seconds, and it takes a lot of health. On my character, who has a lot of health since I'm a warrior, it takes me from about full to below half. If you are a rogue or a cleric, it could be a one-hit kill, so be very cautious. The next attack he gains is this one. You'll see he'll occasionally throw out like these fleshy pods, and then eventually he will go stand over them. He starts kind of eating them, absorbing them to gain back some of his health. This mechanic is the most important one of all of the fights. There's the poison attack, for those who are wondering what it looks like, and you'll see it again several times. But the fleshy pods, so what he'll do is randomly throughout the battle, he'll throw out these flesh pods, and then eventually he stands over them, and he'll start eating them to kind of regain his health. If you can go over to them and smash them, and he will not be able to regain his health, which is good. However, if you stand too close to him while he's doing this, you will take damage as he kind of like radiates out this damage aura. So it's kind of a risk-reward. You could smash the flesh pods, stopping him from getting health, but you're gonna kind of take some damage in the process. To add to this risk-reward system, if he is standing over a bunch of them, when you smash them, you may notice they kind of burst. If he is standing over them when they burst, he takes a lot of damage. It's around 100 damage per burst. So you'll see what I do is, because my character being the warrior and I have the brawler magic spec, is I have this spell charge, or raid, I think it's charge, where I push forward a magical projection of myself, as you're going to see right here, and I use that to detonate all the flesh pods. So you'll see here, he runs over, he starts laying a bunch of extra pods, and once he's done so, I wait, boom, I fire the charge, and you'll see his health bar just plummeted because a bunch of the flesh pods detonated beneath him. Not all of them, mind you, but most of them did detonate. So if you are a cleric or even a rogue, and you have some form of firing a projectile magic, highly suggest you do so.